Hello, I'm George Pandaleon, Mayor of Lake Forest. One of the things that makes Lake Forest so special is the beauty of our urban forest, which is part of our name. While we benefit from the beauty of all these gorgeous old trees, they do require a fair amount of maintenance and care. Many of them are over 100 years old and can't be replaced in our lifetime. I've heard a lot of questions from neighbors over the last months about what's going on with our trees. With over 1,200 new families in town, a lot of us are new to the basics of taking care of mature trees. So I'm here today in Triangle Park with our City Forester Corey Wierema, and we're going to try to answer some questions that you may have about how to manage your tree inventory. Welcome, Corey, and maybe you could start off by giving us a little information about what the forestry section does for the city.
Sure. We have quite a few responsibilities, but our primary responsibility is maintaining 30,000 trees that are scattered throughout our parkways and in our parks.
I've noticed quite a few large dead trees around town. Could you tell us a little bit about what might be going on there?
It's really a hard question to answer because there's a lot of variables that go into diagnosing tree diseases and tree health. I do, however, feel that there is a common denominator of environmental stress that's played a major role in some species decline over the last few years. When you think about it, we've had really wet springs for the last 6 or 7 years, with the exception of last year where we had a pretty significant drought. And then, so when you kind of parlay those together and you get compound those year after year after year, that adds a lot of stress to certain species, and we're certainly seeing that throughout our urban canopy.
Well, we've heard about the emerald ash borer, and we got through that a few years ago and lost most of our green ash trees. Luckily, they grow back quickly, but the oak trees not so much. So can you tell us a little bit about what might be happening with the oak trees specifically?
Sure. So we are really concentrating on 4 different issues that we're seeing in a lot of the oak trees. Oak wilt is always a number one concern because of how fast it does spread. So we're always monitoring for that. Bur oak blight, we tested positive for that about 10 years ago. So that's always a concern. We have not seen a lot of it recently, but it's always something that we continue to monitor. It's a late season fungus, meaning that the trees look really good for the last, up until middle of summer, and then they start to brown up and premature leaf drop. Bur oak blight is treatable. It's not like oak wilt. Oak wilt is not treatable, but bur oak blight you can treat with the fungicide treatment in the early spring. So it's something that is not necessarily detrimental to the overall health, but it does weaken the tree.
So, Corey, what should residents do if they notice their trees struggling? Is there anything they can do for themselves? Or is there one treatment or another that's more effective? And maybe talk a little bit about who they should contact, because not all tree maintenance companies are the same.
Sure. My suggestion would be to contact a certified arborist once they see any change in any of their trees. Have them come out, do an assessment of the property, have them develop a plant health care plan for your property with the trees, and then maybe do a little homework and call another company out to do the same thing. What you may notice is that the diagnosis may be the same, but the treatment strategies may be different. And plant health care being expensive, you may want to grab as much data as you can to make that correct decision. And they can certainly visit the city's forestry webpage, and we have information posted that talks about some of those insect and diseases that we talked about earlier.
Great. Well, I know one of the things some of my neighbors have done over the years is, for pruning in particular, banding together and launching a joint bid with 6 or 7 or 5 or even 3 neighbors, because a big part of the cost is tied up in just getting all the people and equipment there to do the work.
Right.
And it really drives the cost down. So that's another strategy people could use to
for
save
plant
some
health
money.
care, for
right.
sure.
We are trying to deal with some of the complications of living with this urban forest of ours. It's one of our most important natural assets. It's one of our great treasures in town, and but we all bear a responsibility for taking care of what's on our property. And this is a special thing that many of us are not used to. So please take advantage of the information that's on the city website, and hopefully this video has been helpful to you. Thank you.